Bonjour tout le monde. In today's video, we're going to be looking at compound nouns. Compound nouns are nouns that are made up of two or more existing nouns. In English, we put these two nouns together to create phrases like French teacher or maths lesson or football stadium, for example. In French, it's almost the same, but they add in the word of, de, to link the two nouns together. So French teacher becomes professeur de français, teacher of French. And maths lesson becomes cours de maths, lesson of maths. We use compound nouns an awful lot when we're talking about school. So we're going to look today at 4 examples of where these might come up, what it might look like in the context of talking about school, and then practicing how we might use them ourselves. Let's have a look here in our red box then at the 4 most common ways that compound nouns would appear when talking about school. Here we've got the phrase cours de, meaning lesson of. So remember, a maths lesson or a French lesson or a music lesson would be a compound noun because it's made up of 2 nouns, the noun lesson and the word French, French lesson. In French, we would need to say lesson of and then put our second noun out after. Salle de, meaning room of. So again, if you want to say that you eat your lunch in the music room, you are going to need to say room of music in French to create that compound noun, that new noun made up from 2 separate nouns. Another very common example of a compound noun when talking about school is teacher of, professeur or prof de. I really like my geography teacher, my teacher of geography. And finally, you might want to talk about what you do at break or after school and talk about clubs. So if you take part in rugby club or chess club, you are going to want to say club of rugby or club of chess. So here are those 4 key examples. We're going to keep those close to hand as we move through our activities today. First of all, I would like us to look at these 2 paragraphs. There's an English paragraph and a French paragraph. Both describe a school and somebody's opinion of their school. In the first paragraph, there are 5 compound nouns to find. I'm going to show you where the first one is, and then you can pause the video and see how many of the remaining 4 you can find and highlight in your booklet, and then we'll come back together and check our work. So let's have a look. I love my school because it is very big. There is a football pitch and 2 science labs. Compound noun is a noun made up of 2 separate nouns. There is a football pitch, a pitch of football. Interesting. That is my first compound noun. There are 4 more. Pause the video here and see if you can find them. Okay, let's keep going. So I love my school because it is very big. There is a football pitch and 2 science labs, labs of science, science labs. Brilliant. That's my second one. The teachers are very nice, especially we saw teacher in our examples above. My biology teacher, the French would say my teacher of biology. That's my third compound noun. I don't like here we go, another one. Music lessons, my lessons of music. Because in my opinion, music is a very difficult subject. I go to chess club at lunch. I find it very interesting. My final compound noun, chess club, the club of chess. Brilliant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got them all. Let's take it a step further and see if we can then find them in this French example. Here, I've hidden 4 examples of compound nouns. Again, I'll do the first one with you. You can then pause the video, find the remaining 3, and come back and check your work. Okay. J'aime mon collège parce que c'est extrêmement intéressant. Il y a 2 salles d'informatique et aussi une bibliothèque. There must be one in this first section. Let's have a look. I like my school because it's extremely interesting. There are 2 IT rooms, rooms of IT, salle d'informatique. And we saw salle de as one of our common compound nouns up there, didn't we? So that's our first one. Pause the video here, see if you can find the remaining 3 and then come back. We're going to keep going. J'adore mon prof de français car il est vraiment amusant. Is there a compound noun in here? I love my French teacher because he is really fun. Yeah, we've got that de word in here. That's a big clue. Prof de français, again. Teacher of was one of our examples above. My French teacher, he is really fun. Je n'aime pas les cours de dessin car l'art ça me rase. I don't like the art lessons because art bores me. Art lessons, yes, les cours de dessin, cours de, lessons of. And again, that was one of our examples above, lessons of, my art lessons. We're looking for one more. Je vais au club de foot pendant la pause. Franchement, c'est passionnant. I go to football club during break. Frankly, it is exciting. Where's my compound noun? That's it. To the football club, the club of football. 1, 2, 3, 4 compound nouns in there. Well done if you found them all. Right, having looked at those examples and with this grid from the top of the page in front of us, let's see if we can't complete the final activity on this worksheet. Here, I would like to see if you can translate, fill in the gaps to translate these compound nouns. In some cases, I've given you the English but not the French, and in some cases, I've given you the French but not the English. You can use the information at the top of the page to help you. We will do the first 2, and then you can see if you can do the remaining 3 yourselves and come back and check. Tennis club. We're going to need to say club of tennis, aren't we? Because that is how the French do their compound nouns. They take their first noun, club, and then de, and then we're going to put our tennis afterwards. Club de tennis, club of tennis. Checking at the top here, club de, club of tennis. Lovely. This one's a bit easier because we've got it in the French. Prof de géographie, teacher of geography. So what would we say in English? We would say geography teacher. Lovely. Hopefully this is making sense. Pause the video here and see if you can do the remaining 3 examples and then come back and check. All right, we're going to look at this one, science lesson. So we know we're going to want to say lesson of science. We're going to go to the top and check, how did we say lesson of? That was a cours de, wasn't it? So, cours de sciences. There we go. French teacher is going to be my teacher of French. I've got a teacher of geography here. That's going to help me. So we're going to say prof de or professeur de. And this time it's French, so we're going to say français. I'm sure we're really confident with our school subjects by now at this point in the booklet. And finally, we've got cours de PS in French here. Cours de meaning lesson of. We know that now. EPS is PE. We wouldn't say lesson of PE in English. We would say PE lesson. And there you have it. Compound nouns in French. Make sure you've understood the work that we've seen in today's video and ask your teacher if you have any questions. You can follow the QR codes in your booklet to watch this video again. There you will also find, set for homework by your teacher, a Google Doc to complete. Please take time to look at the Quizlet set that we've attached, and you will also finally be able to use all of that information to help you complete the homework sheet as well. Good luck and see you next time. Au revoir.